Hello everyone and welcome to another TDR family gaming video. This is DroydTDR and we are in Enchanted Forest Nightmare Hardcore. We are here with Tonger, Cyclone, Random Player, and Swisscheese, who is Tonger's alt. And today we are just going to be watching to see how a pro plays Dungeon Quest. Now, they didn't know I was recording this. And so, full disclosure, they're just kind of like, hey, let's have some fun, let's play, you know, let's see if we can get something cool out of this one. So they're not doing try hard, as you'll see. But one thing I thought was worth looking at in reviewing this footage was just watching how well Tonger, some of you might know him as Tiger, how well he does on this first boss. 2 hits. That's it. Just 2 hits. He's only been hit twice. Are you kidding me? Yep, only been hit twice. And all of the other times that I go in with larger groups or even some smaller groups, if you look at the number of times people get hit throughout the course of the map, it's like dozens of times, and they rely on the healer heavily. So it's an interesting thing to do is to walk through and see how does a pro actually do this. Like, they should use the healer for staying alive for sure, but not as a crutch, right? So I'm playing the healer role, and just going through here so far, again, Tonger's only had 2 hits. His ult, of course, is dead after the first boss did his ground slam. First boss, of course, being known as Gorp Dorp. Why? Because Rylan said so. And it's much funner name than the Crystal Golem. So, there you have it. Still going on just 2 hits. We're almost halfway around the circle here for the second boss. And I'm somewhat spamming heals just to make sure that I've got the area covered whenever I see some shots going off, or to speed up to get closer to where all the action is. But generally speaking, this amazingly large heal circle is pretty good and pretty inclusive. Oh, looks like Tonger just ran over one of those lines on the ground right at the wrong time. All right, last batch of Mushroom Men. Finish off these fungi. And there they are. All right, now we get Tree Boy coming up from the ground. Boss 2. Now, if you've been on our streams, you know that I encourage people, when you see the beam, there's a 4th hit, when you see the beam, run through it when you have full health or when there's a healer healing you, because that is the way to avoid those lasers that are spinning around. You will get 1 hit, but hey, that's only like 150 damage. That's not a big deal. Meanwhile, Tonger has only had 1 hit, and it was him running through the laser beam. So it's interesting and unfortunate that the other 2 players died, but some of that is just the RNG, like, hey man, that happens sometimes. But some other times, whoops, he just ran through again, through the laser beam. So of course, another hit, and 1 line, 2 lines, there we go. A couple lines hit him, but 2 laser beams, 2 lines. And I think Tree Boy's about to be destroyed. Whoa, that was weird. It sounded like destroyed. Anyways, Tree Boy is destroyed. And now we're going into the final hallway. This is a tricky spot as a healer. You can see he just got a couple hits right there. But as a healer, it's so hard to see where people are. So I usually try and stay back just so I can see where people are going and running. But if people run ahead, then it's all up to them to do the dodging, because you, gosh darn it, can't see very well in this, even if you're zooming in and trying to stay up with people. So I liked Tonger's move here, where he stayed back there, started letting me draw them forward before he came into attack, but I unexpectedly didn't mean to totally kite them, but I did. Whoops. And he got hit by the purple orb, so you saw that. Boom, 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 1, 2, 3. those purple orbs are, I think, one of the most dangerous arsenal that these mushrooms are throwing at us, because if it clips you, it's moving slow enough that you basically get hit 2, 3, sometimes 4 times, depending on how fast you're running and what direction you're running. But regardless, we are in the final hallway. 13 hits taken so far. Tonger showing us how it's done. By the way, I know probably some of you have done Nightmare solo, and you probably made it to the end, and maybe you didn't even have to use a heal, so you're like, hey, no big deal, he's got hit 13 times, I only got hit like 5. Yeah? Well, try doing that and carrying 4 other people. Okay. Point made. Let's go see how we fare with the end dragon. Yeah, it's not the Enchanted Forest dragon. It's the dragon at the end, so it's the Ender Dragon. Come on, Tiger. Show us how this is done. Show us your moves. Oops, 1 hit. All right, we'll give you that. We'll give you that. All right, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. You gotta hit this guy like 15 times in order to take him down. So I'd say if you take less than 15 hits in order to get his 15 hits done, I'd say pretty pro. But let's see. Let's keep watching this puppy. He's doing pretty good. Now, as a healer in this last one, you just need to stay out of the way. Stay as far away from people as you can, but still being able to clip them with your heal. Right? So I'm just trying to make sure the very edge of my green heal circle is hitting him, and I'm popping up the damage just to verify later on, like, how much damage did he actually sustain? And I am pretty sure my hit counter is correct. But there we are. Now he's taken 2 hits in the dragon level, and that was a double hit. He wasn't able to move off the double line fast enough, but he's taken 4 or 5 hits in this dragon, and the dragon has taken like 15 or so. In just 1 more second, it'll all be over. The end of the dragon. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do it. Tiger basically carrying 5 of us, one of them being a healer to help him sweat through the tough stuff. But that's how you do it. So there you have it, Tonger showing us how it's done in Enchanted Forest. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we will see ya in the next one.